Now I can go. Hey, it's Camo. We're back with the Nashville Access Facebook Live, the Pie Wagon Sessions. We took last week off because I was in Argentina. But we're back here in Nashville, right on Music Row. Come on down to the Pie Wagon if you feel like it and meet the star. That would be this one, Ajaye Jardine.
Yes.
As opposed to Ajaye Jardine.
Yes.
It's Ajaye Jardine.
It's because I'm from the West Coast. If I was from the East Coast of Canada, then it would be.
You're from Canadiana.
From Canadiana. In Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah. Where the men are men and so are the women.
I've never heard that one before, but I dig it. Yeah, pretty much.
Your name got sent to me and said you got to talk to this girl because she's really, really good.
Oh.
I don't think I didn't say it.
I'll take her.
It was somebody else. I have no comment. No, I'm kidding. But I was told you're very talented, so I checked out some of your stuff, and coincidentally, they were right.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's your turn to talk.
Oh, my turn to talk.
I'm just going to sit here and let you entertain me. That's your turn.
I can do that.
Yeah, I know you can. So what brings you down from Canadiana to the wonderful city of Nashville?
Well, definitely country music. Being a singer-songwriter, I had been developing my...
Is that what you are?
I am. Believe it, that's what the guitar is for.
Guitar. Okay,
surprisingly.
Yeah,
so I've been building my career in Vancouver for the past 2 years as a solo artist, and it got to a point where I was traveling back and forth between Nashville and Vancouver frequently over the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And this past March, decided
there's the ice
machine. You called it. You called it, man. But this past March, I met some amazing people on this cruise called Camo, and just started building relationships with people down here, and decided it was just the right time to jump from Canada to the US and spend some time down here and really cultivate songs, connect with different people and branch out. So I went through the whole visa process, and
which is a joy.
It really is.
Yeah.
But you know what? I have to give a big shout out to the Canadian Federation of Musicians. They were incredibly helpful and made it very straightforward for me to do the application. And to my surprise, I got the approval notice very, very fast.
Oh, good.
Compared to some other stories I'd heard of.
Yeah, I've heard some kind of nightmare.
Of the day before crossing the border and not having the paperwork. So I got my paperwork very early, in early April, and so it was a lot of preparation. And I did the Get Your Boots On tour from Vermont down to Virginia, which I planned myself.
Oh, cool.
And then arrived in Nashville July 4th, which was very patriotic. Best fireworks show I've ever seen. People were right when they said Nashville knows how to do it. So did that, and I've spent the past 3 months now writing and just building relationships down here. Most excitingly is I'm returning back to Vancouver for the month of October. I'm recording the music through the Creative BC Sound Recording Grant program. I'm working with my good friend and producer Sheldon Zaharko. Shout out to Sheldon.
Hey, Sheldon.
Yeah, as well as a great lineup of musicians. We're recording live off the floor through analog into digital.
Wow.
At the Warehouse Studio, which for those of you who know Brian Adams, that's his studio. So we're doing 2 tracking days there. As well, I am going to be launching a Pledge Music campaign, so that'll give any of my community the opportunity to pre-order the album.
And the people that watch this and fall in love with you.
Yes, you guys can check it out. It's been a process to get that video. That was the last step. I just uploaded that today, so just doing the fine-tuning of getting that all ready.
Send me the link and we'll put that up on Facebook.
Absolutely.
We'll put it up after this.
Perfect. No, that's awesome. And so I'm doing that. Also, I am nominated for 2 BC Country Awards for Female Artist of the Year and Website of the Year, which Jasper Anson of Nova Current, he did an amazing job.
You are a plug fest.
Yeah. You know what? For me, it's really important. Like to go a bit into it. There's 3 core values that I have, not only as a person but as an artist. I call it the triple E. So one is entertain. I went through Simon Fraser University, got a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theatre Performance, and did the formal education before really focusing on my music. So entertaining is my big first and foremost, as well empowering. So I'm heavily involved in the songwriting process, not only for myself, but I'm building my catalog, especially down here, to pitch to other artists. And so empowering not only women, but empowering men and kids and everyone alike.
Turtles? Are you empowering turtles?
You know what? I'm trying to find a way to translate that into music.
That would be shellfish. You gotta take what you can get, and even if a bad joke gets a laugh, you gotta go.
I love bad jokes. That's like one of my things.
Oh, that hang around.
Yeah,
that's all I got. That's my entire repertoire. And I have an E. It's called embarrass.
Embarrass.
Yeah,
that's my fourth value.
Yeah.
And my third one is encourage. And so not only, I've really think it's important to encourage other people, which goes to crediting other people who are involved, because it takes a village to create an artist.
It does take a village, and I'm the idiot. There you go. No, but when you're starting out, especially, you rely on product sponsors, guitar sponsors. You rely on all these people to help, and that's talking about their products and talking about their services and all that kind of stuff. I do it. So,
absolutely, it's
at this time, I'd like to shout out to my hairstylist, Debbie Metzgerson.
Go Debbie.
But everybody relies on that. It kind of greases the rails a little bit for you to get going.
It does, and it's all about a team, and that's what this next step is what I'm most excited about, is because it has been twice. I did put out a single earlier, or at the end of June, with my really good friend Aaron Gray from the Washburn Union, which is a Canadian trio, and they're killing it in Canada right now. They've got a couple CCMAs, and they're nominated for some BCCMAs as well. And so he jumped on board with this song, Boot Song Girl, that's really been my mantra. So one thing I'm excited for is I'm doing a full band production. I wasn't sure if I was going to do another version of it, but when I threw it out to Facebook, my community, they were like, we want to hear it, we want to hear the full band song, and so that's one of the songs that's going to be recorded.
Now, you just got back from the Canadiana, I keep saying
Canadiana,
from the Canadian Country Music Awards in Saskatchewan.
Yes, Saskatchewan, Toontown, Saskatchewan.
Quite possibly the coldest. No, Winnipeg is the coldest place on the planet.
I mean, I haven't even been northern Canada, but I've heard it.
It's all right. Nobody lives there. They don't.
Very few. Yeah. But apparently, it's very beautiful up there. Like I really need to. There's just so many places to see, and only so much time that we have.
So, were you nominated at the CCMAs?
Not for the CCMAs. I was there to just continue to build relationships in Canada. Networking and just catching up with old friends, and so that was an amazing time. And something that I did, I road tripped back with some of the friends of mine that drove to Saskatchewan from Vancouver, so I drove with them. I surprised both my mom and dad at their works.
I think I saw the video.
Yes. Yeah, so my best friend Brittany, she's part of a Canadian trio called The Heels, which I'm doing a show with them when they're back in Vancouver, the Railway. So if you're in the Vancouver area, October 13th, we're playing at the Railway, which is a really cool spot in Vancouver. And so I drove back with them. She drove me to my parents' work and surprised them both, because I texted them the night before. Usually I'll message them when I take off when I land. I'm not a very good flyer, but I do it because I'd rather fly than drive.
What's your worst part of flying?
To me, it's any of the turbulence. I really have to meditate and get into my own little Zen world, throw my music on and just tune it out and just...
Is meditate a euphemism for drink?
Well, usually I have, if it's not too early in the morning, I'll usually have a Caesar before I fly to just...
Oh, that's a Canadian signature.
It is. Yeah. So a Bloody Mary for any American watchers, which I tried one for the first time when I was in Philadelphia, and it was very good.
I love the takeoff and the landing. I just love the takeoff, the G's, but I think it's so cool.
I guess I should reiterate, it's probably the most uncomfortable part of flying is, it's great that they can fit so many people on the plane, but I have really long legs. I'm a really tall girl, and so trying to sleep, I had a red eye coming back into Nashville, and it was just very uncomfortable because I was like literally trying to sit like this and sleep, and I didn't have a pillow, so I bought a pillow from Ross for $5. So when I go back home next week, I'll actually be able to get some sleep.
It just did 10 hours like that.
You did.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth it to pay a little bit for that economy plus.
Yeah, the extra leg room is nice. So how about you shut up and entertain?
Sure. Hey, that's
We'll both shut up.
We'll both shut up.
So you were supposed to stop there and say, well, you gotta shut up too.
Okay.
So you tell me to shut up.
Shut up.
Okay.
We're gonna sing some song. We're gonna sing a song.
Sing you a song.
I'm gonna sing you a little song. So this one, I'll tell you a little bit of a story about it. So this is called Boots on Girl. When I was down here in 2015, I did a 5-track EP with Jane Bach and Dwayne Siswa. And that was a really good experience because that was my first introduction into country music. I was in a band with my mom called the Jardines previous to that. And so this is my first introduction to country music as a solo artist. So I wrote this with Dale and Leanne Burgess back then, and I decided to not put it on the EP, which I'm really glad that I did because I've spent the past 2 years performing it live and really getting into the groove of it. And then this is what turned into the acoustic single I put out with Aaron Green of the Washburn Union I mentioned earlier. And it's tied into really my lifestyle and just really getting your boots on and moving forward and really doing what you love to do and not worry about any other things because it always works out. So this is called...
It's a talkie then.
Yes. So I like to talk.
Say, what a coincidence that song has a really long intro.
It's a really long intro for sure. I mean, I find it's better when I'm playing music and talking at the same time. It makes me more conscious of what I'm saying. So this is Boots on Girl. She was drinking black coffee, sitting on a cloud, a big blue feather in her hat, and old lace on her gown. She said, hello dear, now that you're here, why don't you have a seat? I was full of questions, but she just smiled at me. She said, well, let's be honest, and you know what to do. It's real nice talking, but you got some miles ahead of you. So get your boots on, girl, and go around the world. Stomp in the mud, kick up some dust, make some noise and make a fuss. You can go all the way around this world. Get your boots on, girl. Sometimes waking up feels like falling from the clouds. I had a little time in heaven till she kicked me out. Sent me down the road with all the mysteries unrevealed. Words are like a song sung to the rhythm of my heels. When you don't know where to turn, what's around the bend, and if you wanna find out how your story ends, get your boots on, girl, and go around the world. Stomp in the mud, kick up some dust, make some noise and make a fuss. You can go all the way around this world. And get your boots on, girl. Feathers and black coffee, laughter in old lace. I could see her now on her cloud, big smile on her face, saying, you can go all the way around this world. You can go all the way around this world. Just get your boots on, girl. Yeah, get your boots on, girl, and go around the world. Get your boots on, girl.
Very cool.
Thank you.
I hope that's a huge hit for you.
Thank you.
Because then you'll be able to afford jeans that don't have holes in them.
I know this one is getting ripped. You know, I got this scar. I got to tell you guys a little story. So this scar has been with me since 2004. It's taken a long time to just embrace that it's here. So I used to be a competitive softball pitcher. That was my original path. I played back home, traveling band, pretty much was a traveling band. I was in all over Canada, all over BC. This was 2 days before the Western Canadian Championships. It was an exhibition game I was playing, and I was not the fastest runner. I stole second, ended up getting cleated in the knee, and I was out, so I wasn't even safe. It was pretty much as if, you know, without giving too much details.
We had an artist that's also a nurse, so we heard some good stuff.
Okay, cool. But anyways, it was pretty much as if you had one of those melon scoopers.
Yeah.
And so, it's pretty much what my knee looked like. And so, sure enough, went to the ER, couldn't get stitches because of the shape of it and the location. It's right on the knee. So I had to wear this thing called a second skin. Sure enough, I was up there, flew to Winnipeg, funny enough, pitched with the second knee thing on my skin. My dad had to clean it because I would pass out if I had to clean it myself. And so that's been, I guess, 2004, 10, 13 years, and it's still healing. So I've started putting some bio oil stuff on there to try and like minimize the scars. So sure enough, I mean, now I can't hide it with these ripped jeans.
I couldn't even tell you how to scar that.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, it's starting to fade around the edges, but it's taken a long time, and it's still quite sensitive.
It's a good thing, you know, you're starting to come out of your shell as well.
Really, yeah, it's taking some time.
What's the biggest difference you find from Canada to Nashville?
Nashville.
As an artist.
As an artist, you know, definitely the similarity is that both communities are quite small when you think about it. Vancouver is a very small community. You know, I've really found my groove in Vancouver. Nashville, I've been very fortunate to write with some amazing people, and I understand now why they say that it's a 5-year town or a 10-year town. Because it really, you know, you write with all these people, and I find now I'm starting to really get into the city and really connect with the people that really understand me as an artist, and you know, we kind of get each other's vibes. I'm all about good vibes and you know, really putting those out, that you meet the right people at the right time. And
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
You're still waiting. We really are, and the one thing that really has hit me recently is that you're always growing, you're always challenging yourself, you're always writing stronger and stronger songs, and that when you record, you know, even I think it's the art, I have that songwriter mentality, and then I also have the artist thing where you wake up and you're like, are these the right songs that I should be recording? But really they're just a fragment in time, I think, really of where you are. And so I think really having that confidence and that alignment and knowing who you are as a person really helps fast forward you in terms of that. And so I think that's been the biggest growth I've had. So in terms of, you know, that I could go into the differences between being in Vancouver here. I mean, it's fortunate enough that you can go to multiple shows each night. There's so much happening. There's such an energy in this town where you can do 5 different events at night. There's always people you can meet. There's always songs to be written. There's always, you know, there's always networking things to do. And so I'm really excited for this to be my town of doing that and really focusing, and then having Vancouver as, you know, the time to unwind a little bit and relax and spend time with family and friends, and you know, and here be able to really hone in the craft.
You're the last person we're letting in, by the way. We've stopped. We're not letting any more people.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
You're in.
I'm glad that I'm in.
You want to do another song?
I would love to do another song. I gotta think which one I'm gonna do.
I love catching him off guard.
Yeah, you really caught me off guard. Well,
she didn't say "hey" though. She didn't say "guard."
Or sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. So this one I did do on my, I do Music Mondays on my Facebook page, as well my personal page. So every Monday I do a new song, whether it's, sometimes I'm starting to do a few covers that I really enjoy. This one I did on the Facebook Live. It was really well received. I wrote this with Lynn Tesseri and Craig Wilson quite recently. It's called Almost Nothing's Changed.
Cool.
And I'm just gonna shut up and sing.
I will too. Well, not the same part.
Yeah, yeah. Pull back the curtain, I felt the sun on my face. It's a little warmer than it was yesterday. kiss me every night. I still haven't told you that I don't close my eyes, and I tell myself it's okay to lie. 'Cause coffee tastes the same, one cup or two. The sky still shines the same, a shade of blue. A broken heart beats just as hard as it did yesterday. Sometimes you leave, but sometimes you just learn to stay, like almost nothing's changed.
Wow, cool song.
Thank you.
Her name is Ajaye Jardine. How can people get in touch with you?
Yes,
You didn't have to raise your hand.
teacher. AjayeJardine.com is my website. As well on Facebook, Ajaye Jardine Live. I am on Spotify with the acoustic version of Good Song Girl. Instagram, I am incredibly involved in my social presence. So definitely if you send a message to me, it is me responding back.
It's not the AJ bot.
It's not the AJ bot. No, I am glued to this thing for better or for worse. Definitely for better. I love talking to people and meeting people and meeting new writers and artists and everyone alike. So please, I'm sure we'll get connected and have all the links on there. Definitely Twitter. I'm still trying to figure out, but definitely Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, website.
Come back again.
Please. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm the one that says please. You
okay. Sure. let's like read.
Didn't you read the rules?
No, I never read the rules. I just learn by example.
Ajaye Jardine, you rock.
Thank
Come
you
back
so
again.
much for having
Love your
me.
stuff. We got more coming up next.
Hi guys.